Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. Today I have with me Tommy Oliver.
I haven't slept in like 36 hours.
We also have Hirasashi, who has a broken webcam right now. Hello?
And a broken mic.
Oh no!
And a broken
he's
voice.
dead!
Oh god. Oh no.
Get the Dragon Balls. We're not new to this.
Yeah.
Get the fuck.
Well, we have Jax
Hero.
Blade.
And he's a jacks of all trades. That's what made him leave.
Oh no.
Hirasashi can afford a house. You'd think he'd be able to afford a webcam that works.
What in the world?
You've been looking at too much
Did
late
you-
night anime.
Did you disconnect yourself, or...?
Nope. I mean, I just... Yeah. Hold on. What the...
The black guy died first on the podcast. That's a good one, Jacob.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
This is why we had 50% representation.
So, Hiro, you don't need the webcam. You can just use the icon if you want.
But it makes me sad. Okay, whatever.
But anyway, yeah, so this is the POS Podcast. We're going to talk about a few things tonight regarding movies and entertainment and a whole bunch of stuff. And, if you want to ask us questions, we have our Twitter handles right there. You can follow us on Twitter and ask stuff. Or you can use the Super Chat, which we'll have at the end of the podcast, and answer your questions. But the first thing I think we'll talk about is something that most of us here at the podcast went to, and that was Momocon in Atlanta, Georgia. Which, yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you did. We saw the Green Ranger there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
I didn't go there in person. I went there incognito.
Exactly.
What's Cognito?
It's shut the fuck up. You own a house. You know words.
Is that the requirement?
Yeah.
You own a house, you know words.
Oh yeah, both of these guys didn't know what clout meant.
Yeah, I thought it was cloud. I kept saying, like, what are they talking
Like
about?
clout, like
Cloud?
CLOUT.
Yeah. I learned what clout was. That clout was a word from the long since dead social network Clout with a K, and it measured your social clout.
Holy
via
shit!
an
Yeah, that
aggregate
was a thing. I remember
of your
that.
social media. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I
have no idea
realized.
what these people are talking
Yeah, it's
about. It was an old
Remember-
website.
Oh my god. Hold on. Is that it?
What?
I'm about to kill Windows. If that... Oh my
Whoa!
god.
Whoa! What? Wait, what is that? What are you
is that?
pointing at?
Case.
Oh, that was the Switch case.
Yeah, my Switch case.
Oh, I thought we were
Yeah.
doing something extra.
Whoa!
So that Windows update that happened that stopped my microphone from working also apparently stopped my camera from working. I had to fix that too.
Oh wow.
Dang it, Windows. I hate Windows.
All computers are bad.
You're not even wrong. This is not a false statement.
It's time to switch to FreeBSD, dude. It's the only way.
I'm
Yeah,
not
they're a pain.
You could be one of
Us-
5 people who run FreeBSD.
the hell is FreeBSD?
It's like
Come on,
Linux.
Cameron.
It's like the Linux of Linux. It's like
The
like
Linux of Linux.
Yeah, it's like
That's bad. That's
Yeah.
bad.
It's pretty
Yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah.
That's pretty hard. I don't want to play games.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
speaking of Momocon, actually somebody just sent a super
now.
chat, which was Ryan Walterson.
Ryan,
We
We saw him many
yeah, we met
times.
him
We saw
at
him.
Momocon. Like
Yeah,
he's
we
like
saw
the
him several
first
times.
person we ran into as we were going to get our registration.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
immediately ran into the dude.
Yeah.
Almost too immediately.
yeah, Ryan, what were you and your mother doing? Were you watching us? Were you watching us leave? Mother? Yeah, I have a speech impediment, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, Momocon. So yeah, me, Hero, Jax, also Saber and Laura went there, and we attended a bunch of different panels. Me and Saber were part of the Future of Animation panel, which was hosted all by the Roundtable and the Pizza Party Podcast, and we also saw the Pizza Party Podcast panel.
And we met Pan.
Yeah, we met Pan in person. was fun.
Mm.
He was
a nice
exactly as I imagined him. So
Did he come in a taxi?
No, he didn't come in a taxi.
Wow, I've been lied to all this time.
Well, you would have been even more lied to because at his pizza party, it wasn't pan pizza.
Yeah, it wasn't pan pizza.
You're right.
Yeah,
it wasn't pan pizza.
Pan, you better have pan pizza at the next pizza party.
Exactly.
He was hoarding it all for himself, that bastard.
Yeah. But the Momocon, it was so awesome. Like, it was so weird, like, comparing it to, like, a pony convention that we usually go to. Because it's just like, wow, it, like, outclasses. It's like that next level boss is just like, oh my god, we just beat this boss. How are we gonna? Holy shit, that boss outclasses that last boss. It's just like,
yeah.
it's just different.
Are you saying Momocon is the Dark Souls of conventions?
No,
yeah,
shut up.
Sure. It's like some massive. It's like Frieza to King Piccolo. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, there you go.
Jackson shared because he doesn't know how obnoxious of a statement you just said.
So, yeah, Momocon is sort of like a mid-level convention because it's mid-level. Yeah,
He was just a B class.
It's not as big as something like a Comic-Con or a Dragon Con, which is also in Atlanta. But it still has like around like 30,000 attendees. Whereas Dragon Con's like twice as big as that. Maybe even bigger. But I think I like the size that Momocon was because it felt like it was big, but not, overwhelming.
Too big.
Yeah.
It was big, but not too big, but definitely not small. So that's what was great about it. It was like and you could like walk around.
And since it was a multi-genre convention, there was a bunch of stuff that I would like to look at and go to panels for, since it had stuff with gaming, anime, animation in general. So it was a lot of fun. I really liked it.
It was awesome. Like, there were so many people there, like, just from different genres, like from cartoons, video, like Paleo just said there. And it was just like so cool to see all the freaking cosplays. The cosplays is what like really like
I took a ton of pictures and put them on Twitter.
Yeah, there was just so many great cosplays, and then the vendor hall was huge. It's like, it's one of those things where you met people, they were like really chill. Like, I don't think there was anyone who like stood out like, oh, that guy's just like a complete prick, besides that was just like, no, that guy was drunk. All right, but yeah, that was I was thinking about it for a second. The smile for me, that guy was drunk.
That guy, yeah, that's when we were going to the registration.
Just a homeless dude, though.
Yeah, that was when we were going to registration, and like there's one guy that like pointed out like, oh, this is where the convention's being held, and then another guy came up to us. Like, what did he say, Jax?
He came up to me and he was just like, yo, man, that is a beautiful shirt you're wearing. I'm like, thank you, sir. And I was drunk at the time because I didn't know you're not supposed to gulp alcohol.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
I was just talking. Yeah, so I was talking to him and I was like, yeah, man, it's great. He's just like, yo, man, you got like $1 or something I can hold? And I was like, sorry, bro, I ain't got no cash on me. It's just like, I thought you were nice. And then he like looked over at Hirasashi, who was just like nervously smiling. He's like, smile for me. Yeah. Just walked away. Just walked away. It's in my vlog, people. If you go to my channel and watch the Momocon vlogs, if you go like at the beginning, like when we're all hanging out together,
you can hear him say it.
Says it.
Yeah.
Smile for me.
So bizarre.
Yeah, and we met like
down.
Yeah, and then we met a lot of people. What was interesting about this con was it was like a 4-day con instead of the usual 3-day. So like it felt
like an entire like month.
It felt like a week.
Yeah, it did. Well, it was pretty much a week because we got there a day early.
Yeah,
so
we got there on
Wednesday,
vacation. And then we went to the Georgia Aquarium on Thursday morning.
Yeah, Hirasashi was so happy he was crying inside. Like, me and Paleo were watching
How many times are you gonna just tell people I'm crying?
Because we've known you for 6 years, so we can't. He's known you longer. So he was watching. So it's just like by your body stance, like your body position, like you could just tell, like, oh my god.
Did you even tell them why I was quote unquote crying?
Yeah, it's for the otters.
Yeah, I went to an otter encounter. I spent the money to do it because I was like, I want to pet an otter. I'm sorry, I'm just eating in front of all y'all faces.
Do it.
This pho is really good though. Yeah, I got to pet otters, and I got to fist bump an otter, and I was like, oh my god, my life's complete. By the way, if you didn't know, otters are like literally like top tier, like triple S tier animal. I love them to death.
Yeah, I guess you could say it was an otter delight.
Wow.
Good one, George.
Wow.
Tom, I'm blaming you, actually.
Oh God. Anyways, yeah, it was fun. How about this, you guys? What was your favorite parts of the convention? Like each, besides Otter thing, because that's too easy for you. Like, what
That
was
wasn't
your
my favorite part.
Okay, well, what was your favorite parts? Like each of you?
Playing rhythm games for free.
For free.
In basically an arcade environment, because I can play video games. I can play rhythm games for free. They're like right there, like literally right there. But it's the arcade culture I really love, and I'm sad that I don't get to experience it nearly as much as I used to when I was smaller, when there were like a lot more arcades.
Yeah.
But I really like finding people of common interest that you can like immediately become friends with. Is cool. So the arcade experience is definitely my favorite part of Momocon.
Okay. And Paleo, what about you?
I really liked looking out for cosplays because I was taking like a ton of pictures of one, and it had like gave me an idea for like doing some kind of weird like panel where it's like a scavenger hunt where you have to like find different cosplays. Yeah.
Don't give that idea out. Yeah, that's a good idea, dude.
Yeah.
You just make that shit public. Now they're gonna steal. God damn it, Paleo, you should write this stuff down. All right, that's a good idea. Like, hey, go find 5 Shantaes and you win this.
I didn't even see the Shantae, but you said you saw Shantae?
Yeah. She was outside with Spider-Man and the Green Ranger and all these people when we were doing our little dance thing outside when they're doing the little rave thing. She was out there with them. And then there was the Samus cosplayer in the fucking armor. That was badass. Yeah, and then she was out there too. Yeah, it was
speaking
really
of Samus, yeah, Jax, because he got this at KamehamehaCon.
Yeah, KamehamehaCon.
Yeah, he gave me this, where it, like, it's lenticular, so it goes like Samus and the armor and outside.
Dope.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I tried to get Hero or something, but he was just like not having it. And because I was like, oh, would you like this in your house? And he's just like, I don't know if I feel comfortable telling you if I want that in my house. And I'm just like,
you're gonna buy it.
I just want to help a friend. Okay.
Friend is a friend till the end.
All right. Anything else to say about Momocon before we move on?
There was a lot of hot cosplayers, and it was really fun. And we're gonna try and be guests next year.
I was mad at Saber because we went to that dance competition. I was like, oh, Saber's gonna do it? Yeah, I'll dance then. I was like, okay, I feel comfortable dancing because Saber's gonna be here. And he's like, oh, Hero, I'm gonna dip out and have a drink with Jim. I was like, oh my god. Do I have to look like a big old idiot by myself?
No, I went in with you. I did it.
You did
Yeah, see? Exactly. I went in, I stripped.
But you did it like after the original signed up 20, but still.
Yeah, exactly. I just went in, but still.
Yeah,
that was fun. Yeah, that was really fun. Tom, you should definitely try it out. It was really good.
Yeah. I will try and go next year.
All right. Yeah, we might try to be guests next year. Because it seems like it might be pretty easy to become guests. Because I was looking at the guest list and like some of the people on there.
They all sucked.
No, not like that. But I was like, some of them have like smaller followings, so I'm like, interesting. So I we'll probably try to just
Oh yeah. One thing to note, and one other thing to say about the Momocon, the Pro ZD panel.
Oh yeah, we went to that.
That guy is really super incredibly down to earth. He is just a guy. He's just a guy.
Dude, did you see what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. I just love that comment. I know I already told you guys, but that comment where he was like, the guy asked him like, "Hey, what would you like tell people who want to do YouTube in the future?" He's like, "Well, YouTube sucks. Don't do YouTube." And everyone laughed, and he's like, "That wasn't it."
Yeah, that wasn't a joke. Yes.
And you and Jax, both you two, were like, he's not joking.
Exactly. We just looked at each other. Me and Taylor just had this look like he's not joking. Oh, but there was this funny thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No, last thing. I was just I love how like he was like legitimate like a lot of the time. He was just like being 100% sincere, but I guess everyone just thinks he's like a jokey man. No one like took him seriously. They like all laughed. He's like, really, I'm not. This is real advice, please. I'm not trying to be funny. I know I do the deadpan humor thing, but like, anyways, I just thought it was funny.
It was what was funny was did anyone see what happened to him? Because what happened in the vendor hall was he was wearing one of those masks like I was wearing, because I got like several of those masks, like the hentai mask where he was just wearing one of those things, and he was in the vendor hall, and I guess he had like scratched his mouth or something, and he took it off to scratch it, and then like this person was like, "Hey, you're Pro ZD," and then like a group just started swarming around him, and I felt so bad because it's just like he was just trying to like enjoy the convention. I thought that was funny. Oh god! But that's it. Go to Momocon.
All right.
It's really good.
Yeah. All right.
It doesn't
Continuing
connect
on.
on like other cons.
Next thing, let's talk about a couple movies. First of all, Deadpool 2. Tom, did you see it?
I did.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't have any like huge major gripes or anything.
Yeah.
That was cool. I mean, it's hard to like get too pissed off at something like Deadpool because it's funny. Like none of it's really supposed to be taken seriously. So it's not like
Yeah.
if it does something, it's like, oh, that would be a plot hole. I just don't care because like it's, not, it's all good, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, what did you think of Domino? Because like I really liked Domino. The fact her power is just being lucky.
Yeah, I thought she was like she was like a great way of like making some really cool big set piece action sequences and stuff, because things would just happen. It was like, you know, like a single cut of all this crazy shit going on in sequence. It was just really good like cinematography and just interesting idea. They changed her design a lot from how she appears in the comics. She looks very Rob Liefeld in the comics. I think they took a dig at Rob Liefeld.
Yeah, they did.
In the movie.
Yeah, they did.
It's like when she says her power is luck, it sounds like somebody who can't draw would come up with or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, savage. But
well, you gotta think. Well, her movie design is so much easier than the comic design, because it's just like, oh, white patch, there you go, you look like a Dalmatian, there you go, rather than just painting her entire body gray and then like.
Yeah, they toned it down a lot. But no, she worked well. I liked it was funny because like they built up like, you know, the X-Force team and all the ads, and then their role was less than large in the actual movie.
What's funny is like when they were like revealing like all their powers, I was expecting like one of them to come up who's like, my power is having my birthday on a different weekday every year. Like some kind of stupid power like that. Which is like everybody's power.
Yeah.
You know, well, I'll say this about the movie. I think Deadpool 2 was funny. I enjoyed it, and I laughed at all the jokes. I thought it was great. But it was one of those things where once I left the theater after seeing it, I was just like, okay, I was good. I'll watch it if it's on TV, but I have no interest in seeing it like again, like other like the first movie. I like rewatched that movie like so many times because it cracks me up. There's so many things I didn't catch in it. But then like this movie, I was like, okay, I enjoy it. It was like a great movie. I had fun with it, and there were scenes I thought were good. There's some scenes I did think dragged on, but yeah, I thought it was really good, especially from reading the comics and seeing those characters go on. And I was just like, oh my god, they freaking got Shatterstar in here. What is he got? Oh. And it's just like, okay, and then it's just like nothing. Just yeah, that was. I thought it was a decent film. Just nothing I have to like rewatch over and over. It wasn't like Infinity War where I wanted to go to the theater and see that like 3 times in theater or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about the first Deadpool as well. Like I never rewatched it, even though I really enjoyed it, and I felt like the same thing with this one. Like it was just really good. I mean, I'm probably not going to go out of my way to see it again, but it's not really a knock on the film. Just that I'm lazy. I don't know. It's good shit. I liked it.
Yeah, it's like one of those things like, oh, it's on TV. Okay, I guess I'll watch it a bit. That was funny. It wasn't anything like, oh god, this is the funniest movie ever. I'm just gonna laugh my ass. I'm gonna pee myself. This is good. Nothing like that.
Yeah, it's cool. Paleo, what did you think of it?
Yeah, Paleo, what do you think?
I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, I enjoyed Domino in the movie, and the weird dynamic between like Cable and Deadpool, with Cable coming from the future, and I think they pointed out, I forget which reviewer did, but they pointed out, it was like Cable is like part of like the Generation Z growing up, so like calling him racist would probably be like really offensive to him because they kept calling him racist, even though he's like he grew up like the kids now.
Right,
So-
yeah.
Uh,
How dare
yeah.
you say something like that to me?
I'm so glad
no-
they didn't make him. Oh no. Like, go ahead, Tom.
I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm so glad they didn't go with his comic book origin for the movie.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you can't do that shit because so many people be just confused and shit like that. You can't do it. It's just like,
Yeah, they kind of kept that simple, which was good. Yeah, I think that's a thing a lot of these movies that are doing is smart. Just like taking the origins and dialing them back a bit, so it's not.
Yeah, it's
So
well,
dependent.
like what they did with Infinity War and the reason Thanos wants the Infinity Gauntlet.
Wouldn't it be great to see him fuck a skeleton though? Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly.
Come on.
No, they had freaking death.
Or not wants the
like
Infinity
she
Gauntlet,
wasn't.
but like wants to wipe out half of the population of the universe.
That makes logical sense. Yeah, half you just need to go.
His
Resources.
plan sucks. All right, look, Thanos' plan is bullshit. It's just a temporary stopgap. I want to
Yeah.
prevent overpopulation, so I'm going to wipe out half of all life. It's like, okay, give it a couple generations, we'll be back where we started. You fucking idiot!
But then he can snap his finger again.
Why
I know he
doesn't
wouldn't.
Why doesn't he just snap his finger and just reduce the viable birth rate of all species in the universe? Then nobody dies, and the problem's fucking solved.
But then
Just
there's
killing
but
his
then there's no
arms,
movie.
Tom. Yeah,
I know there's no
Gum.
movie.
You
Look,
can't spell slaughter without laughter. Duh.
I wasn't laughing. I was.
I was.
He's a fucking idiot. It's a plot hole, and I don't
That's
like
why you were
it.
sacrificed.
It's better. It makes more sense if he wants to kill a bunch of people so he can put his dick in a skeleton. It makes so much more sense.
Oh god. If the death he was trying to go for was the death from the 2013 Deadpool game, then I completely understand because the way they designed her in that, oh, she was fine. I'm giving. I don't know.
All right. Let's move on to another movie. Solo, Star Wars story.
Han Solo. Han Solo.
Han Solo.
So,
So,
sorry.
Jax, I know you watched it. Tom, did you see it?
Oh god.
No. All I know is I saw a Twitter story today saying that it's going to be the first Star Wars movie to ever lose money.
Yeah, it
Oh,
bombed
wow.
pretty hard.
Well, yeah, because they had two directors, and then they fired and they had to refilm a bunch of stuff. It was one of the most expensive Star Wars films ever made because of the stuff they had to rewrite because they wanted to be a comedy.
I'm really interested to see what the Phil Lord and Chris Miller cut looked like.
Well, it just would have been Chewbacca going. Hey, that's right, Chewie. We're gonna shoot these guys, something like that.
Because it
honestly,
it probably would have been more fun with Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
right, it would have.
Yeah.
It definitely would have. But the thing with me is with Solo, I honestly, this is a movie where I was telling Pele about this, where I have this thing. If I'm in a movie theater, right, and a movie makes me do this, I get in my chair. And unless this, that means I'm having an issue where I need this movie to end. I need to get out this fucking chair. I need to leave the theater. And I'm just hurry up and leave. That's what Solo did to me. I haven't felt that way since Batman v Superman. And it wasn't a horrible movie by any stretch of the imagination. It was just really bland. It was just
Yeah,
just,
if in the first 20 or so minutes, there's a chase scene in the place where Solo comes from. I forgot the name of the planet. But
where Han comes from.
Yeah. So yeah, there's this chase scene, and I'm bored with this chase scene. And also the beginning of the movie, it looks terrible because everything's super dark, and you can't make out what things look like. At first, I thought it was something wrong with the projector. I was like, is the projector fucking up? Because this movie doesn't look right. But no, that's the movie. That's what the movie looks like. And I'm like, who was the DP on this? Because this is terrible, just lighting and everything.
They just had a bunch of
eyes were
unfinished CG that they just we're gonna cover it all up. Just gonna cover it all up with darkness.
Well, you're probably right there because there's just parts where I was genuinely worried do I need glasses or something because it was so blurry and dark. And I was
very blurry. I was like, I'm wearing my glasses so I can see what's going on. But why is it so weird?
Okay. Is it worse or better than Last Jedi? Because Last Jedi was an abomination of mankind, and I can't believe it exists.
Tom, this is what I'm gonna say because this is honestly, if I go by entertainment value, like, okay, if I go by each Star Wars movie and pick out like, okay, like that's great. I have some level of enjoyment from this part. This is like at the very bottom for me personally. Like I personally was just that bored by it. Like I know some people are different. Like I'm not trying to be like an edgy guy. Like, oh yeah, so
the edgy guy.
Star Wars, something. But it's just like, to me, I was so bored through the entire movie. I was just so entirely bored. Like, at least with Last Jedi, there were certain scenes where I was like, that could have done something. That could have gone somewhere. That could have, like, entertained me somewhere. But then, like, it's just, it didn't. So that's what I'll say with that.
So are we here? Are we finally at the place we talked about, like, 3 years ago on this very podcast where, like, Star Wars has been milked so much that it's just, like, it's run out of ability to continue being viable?
Yep.
Like, has it happened? Like, we've had like just a string of like progressively worse films. Like, is this gonna bounce back anytime soon? I don't see. Like,
I don't know. We'll have to see what Episode 9 does, and then the Boba Fett movie.
Well, they could like just cross over Episode 9 with Infinity War 2, because Thanos has the reality Infinity Gauntlet, and you can use the reality gem to fuse the stories, like Patton Oswalt's freaking filibuster from Parks and Recreation. There you go. That's the movie. I would actually watch that. There you go. That
was like, we're just gonna make fanfics now, guys.
Exactly. Just be fanfiction. Oh god. But no,
the only person strong enough to defeat Thanos, Rey, with her fucking superpowers. Untouchable
lightsaber
Mary Sue abilities, teams up with Captain Marvel, and they just take down Thanos.
I actually kind of want to watch that now. God damn it.
Not strong enough.
Oh god. No.
All right.
But yeah, Solo was meh. Go see it at your own leisure.
It was meh.
Here's the thing, for all the people out there who are going to have children one day, or like other people out there who are about to have children, because I don't know how old you are in the chat, like all you need to do is show your kids, all right, the classic Star Wars trilogy and the Samurai Jack Clone War series that came out from 2002.
Yeah, the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone War series. Yeah.
Yeah, just watch those. I don't care if it's canon or not. Just watch it. It's beautiful.
All right. Next thing, let's talk about the new Wreck-It Ralph trailer that came out today.
Hirasashi, did you see it?
Or no, I might have to dip for a quick second.
All right, I'll message you when we're done.
Yep.
Hirasashi will just give you the sign, the signal.
Yep. I mean, I can just do this.
Man, remember that part where all this thing and ruining the entire movie? Yeah, blah.
Remember the part where freaking Goliath showed up out of nowhere?
That was before the stream.
I know.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're right.
All right.
Chat, by the way, they saw me naked before the stream.
So yeah,
it was a good time.
One thing I see people saying about Wreck-It Ralph 2, is there a lot of people are comparing it to the Emoji Movie, but it's like, no, I understand where people are coming from, but you don't understand how bad you have to be the Emoji Movie. Like, this already looks better.
I mean, it's definitely gonna have to deal with the same issues. You know, it's like a corporate studio environment being like, let's talk about the internet, that thing that the kids are into. So like, you inevitably like walk the line between like understanding it and being like, hey guys, memes,
hey kids,
fucking ruined.
Like that Steve Buscemi thing where he's like got the skateboard and he's like, hey kids, have a fellow children, teenagers.
So I think it's something worth worrying about. Like, it's definitely a legitimate concern.
Yeah.
So, like, are they going to be able to understand internet culture
to a degree
to make it work? I hope so.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe interesting.
Well, this is what I'll say about that. Like, the thing is, like, compare the dialogue of today's Disney films to like those from like back in the day. Like, it's very modernized to like where they're like, oh shit, that is something I would actually say to someone I know, or something. Like, I like the way they're speaking to each other is just like, That's actually that's something like me and my friends would like talk or say to each other, just the language, the way they deliver it, stuff like that. So I think Disney, you know, they could always outsource and stuff like that and get people. I don't think they're like too like, oh, we're old school, we have to do this and like be hip and stuff like that. I feel like they could definitely get a thing, but
let's get the kids
honestly
to write the script.
Yeah, exactly. But as well as I think this Wreck-It Ralph trailer, it looks good. It looks like fun to me. But the thing is, like Corey always says from Double Toast, is just like they have to acknowledge that, you know, the internet is relieve tension time, and so they have to like say like one joke
that there's porn somewhere.
What are those anime versions of us doing? It's something like stupid like that. It's just like just don't look. But what'd you guys think of the princesses?
The princesses.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, some of the princesses that originally were in 2D kind of look weird in 3D, though I'm probably sure I'll get used to them.
Are they just like a cameo, or are they going to be like actual characters?
I think it's just going to be like a certain scene in the movie, because what they show in the trailer is they're going to this site called Oh My Disney, which is a fan site for Disney.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, and it has like all the princesses there. And like Vanellope is like talking to all of them.
Yeah, and it's like interesting because like the way, well, first off, it's freaking hilarious to see Cinderella break her shoe and make it into a shank.
Yeah,
and, like that's just hilarious. And then just like the way they have all the princesses like describing like, oh, were you imprisoned? Were you poisoned? Were you did this? And then she's just like, do I need to call the police? Like that is just funny. That is just generally hilarious. So like it's just I think. Everything I will say, the princesses do look a bit off, but like Paleo said, we get used to it. And I'm not sure if this might be like a central plot line, as it might be like, oh, we're going, all of us, or oh, this is going to be things. She's going to get stuck with the princesses and hang with them the rest of the movie, and then she's going to be like, Ralph, I don't need you around because you're just like this big guy. I need to be self-independent or something like that. So I don't know if that's the storyline they're going with, or if it's just a one-night cameo. I really hope that they got all the. Well, besides the original ones who've passed away, but the voices of the princesses.
Yeah, the voices.
Really love that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from the trailer, but because I'm not sure if that was like the actual Belle.
I'm not sure that was Elsa. Yeah,
I think it was Elsa in there. Like, I think all the 3D princesses, like, that's pretty much a lock.
Oh, like Moana. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But looks good. Like personally, I'm one of those people who, for the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, I love the beginning and I love the ending, but I didn't like I honestly didn't care for the middle where it turned to Candyland, the movie. That just was that was boring to me.
There's also I can't remember if it's a rumor or if it's confirmed that Mario is going to be in the movie somewhere, because Charles Martinet is going to be voicing him. So
okay,
cool. Yeah. Because originally they were going to have him for the first movie, but Nintendo was like, yeah, and then you can have Bowser. So, having Mario in the second one, I hope like they do something cool with that.
That's mean. Bowser's worth just as much as Mario. Nintendo. Get fucked.
Yeah.
I guess my whole thing ever since like hearing about Wreck-It Ralph 2 is like, did Wreck-It Ralph even need a sequel? Did it need a sequel? I guess like you can argue really. Does any movie need a sequel, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that was like a good self-contained story.
Contained closure.
Yeah.
So
like
I think
Ryan Walterson said that it is all the princesses official voice actors.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's great. That's perfect then. That's like amazing. But yeah, I completely agree with what Tom said. Like, like the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, I'll agree to a certain extent because it did feel like its own contained story. But again, it's just like you're in a world where like every video game is there, even though you're going to the internet now. It's just like the things you could do with that, like just if you have all the licenses with them, it's just like incredible to think about. So that's my thoughts on it. But yeah,
all right,
that's good.
Next thing, let me get Hero back in here.
Hero.
Okay. So next thing is a trailer for a movie that I learned about last year because of like concept art, because apparently it's been in like development hell for a long time.
What's been in development hell?
The Happy Time Murders.
Oh yeah.
Which is that a puppet movie that's from the Jim Henson Company, or directed by Brian Henson, which is Jim Henson's son. So this is a very raunchy looking puppet movie, rated R.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, And thing is, like, I thought it was going to be more sort of like Roger Rabbit-esque, which it is sort of in that kind of world where like puppets and humans live among each other. Except for this is like, because the way I was thinking it was going to be like Roger Rabbit type of like humor, or I guess that kind.
You thought it was going to be PG.
Yeah, PG or maybe PG-13.
Mhm.
Not R. I wasn't thinking it was going to be that.
Hard R.
Yeah, hard R. So it's going to be interesting how people react to this, because I'm not sure if they're going to react the same way they did to Sausage Party, which Sausage Party was surprisingly good.
You just look like crap, but,
yeah.
but we don't know why. We know why exactly.
Yeah. So there's gonna be, I know there's gonna be theaters that are going to have to put like a warning for.
Oh yeah,
for
don't bring the
parents.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh, like it's like
Deadpool
that one
too.
it's like that one I forget what it was. There was a kids movie that played recently, but because they played that trailer Hereditary, that horror movie.
Oh yeah.
Before the thing, and it's just like, oh my god, like kids were like having a panic. It's funny. Honestly, this puppet thing reminds me about that old Fox show, Greg the Bunny, where like Seth Green was on this TV show. And he had, like,
shit.
Yeah, it reminds me of
that.
Yeah, like so that's what I'm thinking going into this movie. Is just like it's just gonna have like foul humor like that, and then be effed up, or all those other like Meet the Feebles things and other effed up shows. Like
there's another thing I saw that apparently Sesame Street wants to sue them.
Whoa!
Doesn't Jim Henson?
Yeah, but that's what confused me. I was like, wait, are they like separate things?
Wait, why do they want to sue them?
Because they said it's not Sesame Street. It's not. This ain't your Sesame Street or something like that in the trailer. Some like allusion to that, like, oh, this isn't for kids or something like that. But it's stupid.
Like, protect your brand. Like your audience doesn't go see this, and then people get a negative impact. That's fucking stupid. That's fucking retarded. Big Bird, calm down. It's fine.
Seriously. I mean, wouldn't that be some shit if like Kermit like made a cameo and just like, oh God, Miss Piggy, this is so good. Oh Kermit, oh Kermit, and just like you see that crap like happening. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like that's probably why there's like,
I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
Oh God, Kermit, calm down. Oh, that was awful.
Domestic abuse.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, that's
yeah, it is.
They're gonna sue them. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's coming out in August, so we'll see how it is.
Good luck,
I mean, I'm
Sesame
gonna go
Street
see
Company.
That's...
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming out, but I will check it out. That sounds pretty dope.
August is soon.
Shut the fuck up.
I know, isn't that weird?
I don't like it.
All right, another trailer to talk about. Let's talk about WB's Mowgli, which is another Jungle Book movie, a live-action Jungle Book movie, but it's by Warner Brothers.
Isn't this like the third one?
Yeah, because remember the one in the 90s with freaking Liu Kang, and he was like fighting the cop.
Because this one is produced by Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis wanted to make this movie.
Why do we need so many movies about
what
this
if his?
character?
But what
Does
if
anybody care? Does anybody really care? Does anybody really cares? Has anyone ever been like, man, Mowgli was a really cool character. Like, we really should have like 3 films, a film a decade, really diving into the intricacies of Mowgli. Nobody gives a fuck. Why does this keep happening?
Yeah. I will say that this Mowgli looks like he's a better actor than the Mowgli in the live-action Disney Jungle Book.
Yeah, that one. Kid.
Not the old one.
So this is going to have nothing to do with the Disney one, obviously.
Yeah, nothing to do with
the movie. So
since the Jungle Book is in public domain,
the nostalgia factor is gone.
Yeah,
really. Like you're not gonna have like all the classic beats from the Disney film that like the only reason people even give a fuck or know who Mowgli is. This sounds like a financial disaster waiting to happen.
But what if it kicks the shit out of the Disney live action one? What if it's just that freaking amazing?
I mean, it could be good.
It's like the Dark Knight of Mowgli films.
Whoa.
Dang. That's a good Jungle Book.
Not the Mowgli we deserve, but the one we needed.
The only thing I don't get with this is like, why are they making Ka that big again, and why are they making her, like, her a female instead of like male? Like, it's just like, that's where I'm just like, okay, I get why they did it with the Disney one. They were like, oh, they want to do a difference, and they made Ka like freaking monster snake. But in this one, they're making her a monster snake too. So I'm just like, Ka was just a boa constrictor. I mean, like an anaconda. And it's
because all movies need a really big, scary monster so they can have a cool action scene so they can put in the trailer and get everybody hyped. So that's what they're gonna do.
Didn't you ever see Anaconda in the 90s where it was fighting Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez and shit? And like,
didn't you ever see The Jungle Book when you were like 5? Nobody cares, clearly. We've been down this path before. It doesn't stop anybody.
Jim Cummings to voice Ka like he did, like, since he does Pooh's voice, and Ka's voice is basically Pooh's voice. There you go. Just so you can do something.
All right, so yeah, Mowgli's coming out sometime in the fall, I think.
Good luck, Mowgli. You're gonna need it.
Yeah. Anything. Speaking of something, taking something and making it dark. Let's talk about making something cutesy and like squishy. Thundercats roar. So,
I hate it.
Stop doing this.
You know what? I'll say this. All right.
Go ahead, say a thing.
I'm not gonna harp on it anymore because I've seen so many freaking fan parodies of like One Piece, like Treasure or some shit, or like Buffy the Vampire Slay or some stupid stuff like Gargoyles Fly. Like, I've seen all these like fan things that are just like, if that was a real show, I would watch the hell out of it. But I think the problem with this one is, for those of you who saw the 2011 Thundercats show, which was really good in my opinion, like I know some people, like I saw,
it was
from Team 4-Star said that it wasn't that great, but I was just like, dude, fuck you. I love Kaiser, he's a cool guy, but it's one of those things where I'm just like, I think that show was really well done, and they canceled it just after one season. So it's like, damn, I want more. So it pulled the Teen Titans effect, even though I'm in the camp of like Teen Titans, if you just cut off that last episode, like it has a pretty solid ending where they fight the Brain and beat him, stuff like that. It's just like, you can watch the series as a whole, because I've rewatched it several times. It's just one of those things where, oh, we wanted Teen Titans, now we got Teen Titans Go. Oh, we wanted Thundercats back, but now we're getting Thundercats Roar. And it's just like, I wanted this. It's like, a perfect example, Spectacular Spider-Man. I am still to this day angry because Spectacular Spider-Man is my favorite show of all time. They canceled that the second season to make that freaking Ultimate Drake Bell BS. And so
I got an example.
Okay, yeah.
Reboot Guardian Code. Reboot Guardian Code is fucking bullshit. It's really bad.
There you go.
Why did you remind me that exists?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not even convinced that Thundercats Roar is going to be a terrible show.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be terrible
It
either.
could be good.
Yeah.
My problem is, I think, like, my perspective of it is, I'm just so fucking tired of this rounded, flat, CalArt style.
People
in chat are going to be like, man.
Ryan Walters.
I'm so sick of it. Like, can we please have some, like, everyone's on diversity's dick. Can we have diversity in our cartoons? Can we just have like some, like, the art exists, stylization exists. Can we deviate? Can you imagine going to CalArts and spending like $100,000 to draw like that?
Wow, I'd be salty.
Just like,
damn.
It's not even, I don't even hate the style. I don't hate the style because I like Steven Universe.
Yeah, I don't hate the
like
style
Adventure
either.
Time.
What I don't like about it is that it's very inconsistent in the animation itself. When you see it moving, it's like extremely.
It's very loose. It's very loose, and which depending on the style can work for you. Like a cartoon that's really super loosely animated, but I really like because it embraces it is Super Jail.
Oh yeah,
and Super Jail's all over the fucking place. So like you can do that well, and maybe this will do it well. But I just want cartoons to have their own visual identity again. Like that was nice. I kind of liked that, but now everything looks the same. Like at least with anime, all anime looks mostly the same, but it's a nice aesthetic art style. Like this is just like garbage. And like it worked fine in something like Adventure Time and Steven Universe, because like Adventure Time and Steven Universe are pretty visually distinct, and I'd say even Adventure Time really doesn't fall into this camp. Like,
because like it's weird because Adventure Time kind of started it, even though like everything that is spawned off of it looks like the same.
It's like they iterated off of Adventure Time, and then they kind of settled on like this is the house style for Western animation now. And this is just what we're gonna stick with. Like, and that iteration, it just hasn't changed, and I just want things to look different. Like Steven Universe looks like I just see Steven Universe dressed as cats when I look at Thundercats Roar. That's all I see because that's what it looks like. And then like all these other shows look exactly like it. Just like do something different.
I guess what bothers me is because I watched the trailer video or whatever where they showed like the intro of the show. They also showed the guy who's like working on the show, and he's like, "Yeah, me and my brother, I think he had a brother. Me and my brother were huge fans of Thundercats when we were little. So I just wanted to like make a continuation of the Thundercats, the kind of Thundercats that I would want when I was little." He's like, "I used to be a really big fan of the Thundercats, and I just wanted to make the Thundercats that I think it's like how it should be made." And I was like, "You're a fan of the way it was, but you changed the way, like the art style of it. You changed the way the characters act. It's like you changed the genre from action to comedy. Like, what part of that is Thundercats anymore?"
Yeah, you know, it's funny about that is like I was talking to Paley about this before. Like one of the thing is the freaking what was it? Yeah, the person who created the new Voltron series, which is amazing. It's just like she's probably looking at him like shaking her head like, you just said all this? Like I said the same thing when I created my series, but like I improved upon it. And then it's like another people are comparing this to the Ninja Turtles thing because they don't like the Ninja Turtles.
So there's like a ton of different variations of the Ninja Turtles.
Exactly. So like what the thing is, Ninja Turtles fixed all this like years ago with freaking Turtles Forever. They're like, no, there's a multiverse of Turtles. That's why we're able to have a crossover with the 2003 Turtles, 1987 Turtles, and why the 2012 Turtles can meet
the movie version, the 80s movie or the 90s movie version, the new movie.
Yeah, exactly. They all have crossovers with each other. So that's what makes it like understandable. It's like you can make them look however you want because I know for a fact they might meet the other turtles and they look at the way I want them to. So it's whatever. It's interesting.
I legitimately think that if they had gone with like a simplified cutesy art style, but it looked different than every other cartoon, the controversy would be significantly less. Because let's be real for a second. There is not a huge, massive vocal Thundercats fan base that exists online this entire time.
Right.
It's a small community. People are hopping on the bandwagon because they don't like what they see, not because like their childhood is being bastardized. Like I think this is way more about the homogeny of the art style than the desecration of a franchise that not a lot of people really care about at this point anyway.
Yeah.
But I do because I liked it.
I can't wait for them to do that. Like I can't wait for Cowboy Bebop Space to come out. That would be a big
Samurai Jack. Yeah, oh my god, that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. All the lines. I could just fathom it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope it's good. I think it still can be good despite that, but like I'm still they don't look like cats at all. They look like pigs.
They look like little
That is so true.
They got these like snout noses, and they don't have like cat ears. They're just
pig ears.
They're disgusting.
Poor Chitara. Poor
oh my
Chitara.
god. Yeah, that was the biggest loss.
How dare
why when did it become illegal to have attractive women in cartoons?
Why was the last cartoon to have freaking cleavage showing, huh?
Why is it sexist to have an attractive woman in your cartoon? Why do we have to make every woman in cartoons now either butch or underage? This isn't fair. Look what they did to April. God damn it! This is bullshit. Give me something.
Oh god,
I hate it. Being sexy isn't sexist.
Yeah, what was the last?
What happened?
But I don't know. Because I think of like Enid from OKKO, but that's not something I
yeah.
go like, oh my god, I'm gonna like drool over. Like if I was a little kid, like, oh Enid, whatever. But I can see why it's the fan art of Enid, but like, or it's the personality that makes
the
you go,
personality.
okay, that's
really.
a child. Yeah, but it's not like besides like of course Korra and Voltron, which are specifically tailored to.
Oh,
look
2J
like
says Justice League Action.
Oh yeah, Justice League. You were right. Yeah, you're completely right. Yeah, Toon J, you were completely right. Justice League Action is by like Bruce Timm, so like he knows how to draw his women. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, this comes off as sexist chat. We love all our women.
Oh yeah, Vombre and Mighty Magiswords. Mighty Magiswords has.
Who's Vombre?
Yeah.
Pale, I need some information from that one later. Sorry.
All right.
For
okay.
research.
Moving on. Anything else to say about Thundercats, Roar?
Man, I'm getting sick of that art style. I'm going back to anime. I'm falling back to high school again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on my anime side.
I started watching anime last night. I was like, ooh, anime. I like anime.
Yeah.
Whoa! I forgot people can draw. Whoa!
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just watched the new episode of Fooly Cooly today.
How was it?
Yeah,
Was it good?
It's pretty good. Like I'm interested to see where it goes.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out then because I haven't got a chance to.
Oh, speaking of man, I know like everyone and their grandma's grandma has already like started watching the show, but like I can't sing his praises enough. Hero Academia is just like really good. It's like really good.
Tommy, we got to keep our mouth shut because you know what?
Yeah,
we got to keep our mouth shut.
God
damn it,
Wait, how far are you right now?
They aren't caught up to the series, but you know
no,
what happens.
we're not reading the manga because I want to see it animated.
Because I want to see it animated. Yes.
Jax, they don't know. Jax,
no, they don't know. They don't know. It's so good. I can't. I gotta.
They don't know that freaking Tsuyu dies or whatever. That'd be really sad if she died.
They don't know.
Don't say anybody.
They don't know. Oh my god, like, this is gonna be so freaking epic.
Man, you could kill Sato. No one cares about Sato.
Oh my god.
Jax, USOS.
Yes, US.
Hey, stop speaking in your stupid I read manga ass. God.
No, Tom.
See,
you know what I'm waiting for? It's just like because
don't say anything. you gotta look out for the chat too, because they don't want to know.
We're not saying anything. We're not saying anything.
You're just saying some letters and some cryptic shit. Like, oh yeah, 2784. Like what?
It's okay. You're gonna remember this moment. You're gonna come back.
You're gonna remember this
moment.
moment.
You're gonna be like, I get it now.
Letters you just said. I don't remember.
All right.
I'm
gonna move on topics here and bring down the room a bit.
No.
Oh.
So something that happened like during Momocon, Total Biscuit passed away.
Oh,
that's sad.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So I watched Total Biscuit for a bit, but the main thing I kind of watched him for was the co-optional podcast that he hosted with Jesse and Dodger. And part of the way he did his podcast is actually how it kind of inspired me to the way that I do the POS podcast. So
badly?
Huh? No, badly. No, but it did go off the rails a bit in co-optional. But just the way with the webcam stuff and like having an image of like talking about it, like because
it's a good format. It's effective.
Yeah. So yeah, Total Biscuit. Like I watched like a few of his WTF videos and stuff when he talked about E3 and everything, and he was like an advocate for like consumer rights. So yeah, he'll be missed.
Yeah.
And Hero, I believe you like actually played a game of StarCraft with him once.
No, it was a game of Smite.
It was a game of Smite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I played a game of Smite with him. That was really interesting. I was like,
Smite,
I don't know much about him, but I did know the name. I was like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Like actually that guy. That was interesting.
It's pretty sad that there are people on Twitter who are rejoicing over the fact that he's dead.
That's really sucky.
It it kind of makes me wish all of them were dead. Like
so you understand Thanos' point now.
Yeah, I mean Thanos was always right. His idea was just didn't make any sense. He just needed It made sense to fuck a skeleton, but yeah.
I've seen some really shitty people come out of the woodworks.
Dude,
they've always been out of the
ridiculous.
woodworks, but
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
right.
I mean, because I fundamentally disagree with these people coming from the very beginning. So like, I think their entire argument is flawed in terms of like criticizing his character. But on top of that,
I didn't even agree with Total Biscuit on everything. Like,
right.
So
you don't have to like respect people. But I mean, this is the internet, so I'm asking way too much for that. But just like keep it to yourself at least. Jesus Christ. Like,
you don't even have to respect people. You don't have to do that. Just don't be a dick. Like, what?
You know, like if you're projecting it out and like mentioning the account, which like his wife is running now, and she gets to see you fucking tooling on, like dancing on his corpse, like go fucking die. I hope you get cancer and die too. Like
it's pretty ridiculous.
Karma's a bitch, and I hope it comes for you. It's just, come on, seriously, like fuck that.
Yeah,
be decent.
Well, R.I.P. Total Biscuit.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
All right, next
USOS. USOS. USOS.
USOS. USOS. USOS.
What are you guys talking about? Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about some video game stuff.
I hate video games.
Do you?
E3's coming.
Will you give me all of your Super Nintendo games then?
I respect art. Okay, so I'm going to keep my Super Nintendo games.
Games art.
Video games aren't art.
Did you see that the whole
Twitter? I like scream. I'm like, don't even stop.
Did you see that whole thing with Hideki Kamiya, like on Twitter, where like he was saying like, I don't think games are art, and then people were like, just like responding so much to him.
Literally some of the most beautiful art on the planet in video games. But that's a
Hideki, I block everybody Kamiya. Yeah. the guy behind Bayonetta.
He made good games. He's allowed to be an idiot.
So you want to talk about Pocket Monsters?
Yes, Pocket Monsters. Let's talk about Pokemon. So
let's go!
And it's only the good ones, so let's talk about them.
Yeah, so they revealed that new Pokemon games coming out this November. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. It's going to be remakes of Yellow, essentially.
You know,
the
good one.
The one that we never got. Did we ever have Yellow?
Yeah, we got Yellow.
Did we?
Yeah, we didn't get Green.
We didn't have Green.
We didn't have Green. You're right.
Yeah, we got Red and Blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Because I think there was like something wrong with because Red and Green originally came out in Japan. I think there was something weird glitch with Green. That's why they released.
Yeah, they like did some balancing and shit.
I'm really unsure about it, but like apparently the Red and Blue that we got over here, like the red that we got over here is not the same red that came out in Japan.
Really?
Apparently the red that we got here is based off of Japanese blue, and so is blue. Like they're both red and blue over here are based off of blue. I could be wrong, but I think that is the
What kind
case.
of Street Fighter bullshit is that?
What kind of Final Fantasy bullshit is that?
Oh my god. So this is remake again of Kanto, you know. They know. I thought I watched the trailer and I was like, this is so fucking brilliant. Like they did
it is.
They fucking did it. Like Pokemon Go, it's like it still has its cult following, and the reason it was so big was because everybody knows the original 151, you know?
Yeah. Fucking Gen 1ers.
There's a huge market
Gen
for
1
that.
for life.
There's a huge market for that, and like that's why Pokemon Go blew up. So like they're tying Pokemon Go to this new game, and it's hitting the nostalgia buttons again, and it's just it was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was brilliant.
And it's going to boost the Switch sales even more once it comes out in November.
Oh god, I got a Switch. I just got a Switch because I wanted to play it.
Nice.
I finally did
same
it.
here. I actually ordered one off Amazon once I saw it was Gen 1.
Yeah, it comes out in November. But there's already a bunch of But there's already a bunch of games you can try out on the Switch already.
I'm playing Zelda.
I don't want to play any other games.
Zelda right now. It's
nice.
It's okay. It's like a 6.5 so far.
No, I thought you were still angry at it. because you hated it. Wait, what'd you say it was? You said it was like if it was. Wait, no, that was someone else. Like said if it wasn't a Zelda game, it'd be really good or something. I can't remember.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't.
If it wasn't a Zelda game, it'd probably be better because they wouldn't be tied down to all these arcane ideas that they're still. Look, Z-targeting is old and shouldn't be existing anymore, all right? Like, there's no reason to do Z-targeting in 2017. It doesn't need to exist.
Is there an alternative?
Make a fluid combat system that doesn't need lock-on. Have you played, like, modern action games? They don't need lock-ons.
Because they all lock on automatically, usually.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about, I'm going to lock onto one guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit that one guy, and it's going to lock my movement into this weird kind of like pseudo-grid jumping system. No. All right. Make a fluke. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're getting off topic. Pokemon looks fucking dope as fuck. It's gorgeous. I love how it's like just hand-painted art. It's like PS2 aesthetic, like updated. There's like a very minimal lighting engine, and most of it is just like hand-painted shadows and stuff on everything. And even the faces are all textured.
The Pokemon looks like the same models from Pokemon Go.
It's good shit. It probably is.
That's the only thing that kind of worried me. I was like, oh, they're just using the same models. But
yeah, this thing isn't meant to shatter graphic records.
Well, the interesting thing is that like this isn't like the Pokemon new gen. It's just like
because it's a spin-off series.
There was like some post that was floating around on Tumblr with more information. Like I guess they're going from now on. They're doing 2 games. They're doing a casual game and a hardcore game.
Yeah, because like at the end of the or not the end, but that little conference thing that they had, they talked about Pokemon Let's Go. They talked about Pokemon Quest, which I played a bit on my Switch, but it's not really good.
Nope, deleted it.
Yeah,
already.
it's because it's a game that it's a game that basically plays itself. So it's like, why would I want to play?
Which are not fun. Which is it's like
that's why it's coming out on mobile next month because it's a game that plays itself.
I was hoping it was going to be like Pokemon Rumble, which I kind of
it's sort of like that, but it's Pokemon Rumble that plays itself.
Oh well, that's like defeats the purpose of a video game.
Yeah. So but yeah. And they revealed that the core Pokemon game, like the next generation Pokemon game, is coming out next year.
I think this is great. And the reason I think this is great is because they no longer have to make Pokemon games for retards.
Oh my god.
They can put all the retarded shit in these games. And so when I want to turn my brain off and just enjoy the Pokemon that are cool, that I know, I can play.
Exactly.
And when I have to sit down and be like, okay, I'm playing a game now, and I don't know what any of this shit is, and I actually have to like remember and learn things, then I can sit down and get. I don't want to go into Elite Four and have them have level 36s. All right, fuck that shit. The Elite Four needs to have like level 70 Dragonites that like shove their dick on my butt and make me bleed. That's what the end of a Pokemon game should be. All right, there should be some real hardcore shit. So do it. So I'm happy that they don't have to curtail the main series to 5-year-olds anymore. You know, like me, when I played the game. I was 10. I was 10 when Pokemon came out. I fought the Elite Four. I didn't even have the rare candy code for a while. I still did it. I had a level 96 Venusaur that I had, and I didn't have any rare candies. I remember Pidgey because I fought everything. I didn't know about Run. I just fought everybody. I got the 96 Venusaur. OG. It was dope as shit. That's how you do it, kids. That's how you play Pokemon. There's no XP bar. There's none of that shit. I didn't know he was going to level up. I was too lazy to open up the start menu. I just had to hope every time. Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one. Maybe it'll happen here. I don't know. It was fucking sick. Bring that back. Make Pokemon hardcore again. And then have the little baby ones for when I just want to sit around and waggle my Joy-Con, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Last thing before we go into Q&A.
No, wait. Before we end, Jax, you know the reason we need to buy this game, right?
Why?
Remember Misty's outfit in the original game?
Oh yeah.
Oh
this is gonna be full 3D, my dude.
This is gonna be full 3D. We may be in our late 20s, but she was older than us. So there you go. She was the same age.
No, she'll be clothed in it.
Fuck.
Why
do you gotta ruin everything, Paleo?
literally 2-point
because this Pokemon game is a game for babies. So.
No, if there's no midriff, 2-point deduction.
Exactly.
Not a joke. Not a joke.
So if it becomes a 10 out of 10, it's automatically 8 out of 10. No,
Correct. It starts at
exactly.
a 10 out of 10. Disgusting. Unfathomable. Unimaginable. Better not. Yeah, exactly. All right. Anyways, I don't even want to think about such awful possibilities any longer. What else we got?
All right. Next, let's talk about.
Oh, Team Eevee, by the way. Fuck Pikachu.
Yeah, Eevee. Yeah.
Team Eevee, boy.
There you go.
That's
not an Eevee. That's a Jolteon.
I know.
Team Eevee, but later, boy.
Fuck that one then.
Wow. Fucking shit warriors.
The only problem, Hero, is that you can't evolve your Eevee or your Pikachu in the game.
Wow.
Wait, you can't?
Yeah, they don't evolve.
Wow, it is a game for babies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, other ones do, but the starter one you get doesn't evolve. Like Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow. Remember, it wouldn't take the Thunderstone.
How can you evolve your Eevee though?
Because they are dumb.
So you can catch an Eevee.
You can catch another Eevee and make that one evolve. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. But your starter one is like special because you can like dress it up.
I want to corrupt my Eevee though.
Yeah. I want to turn it into. I want to turn it into an Umbreon, the ultimate edgelord.
The ultimate edge.
They still got 9 types to go. Like, are they ever gonna adjust those types? I want my Dragon Eevee.
They said
please.
there's a new Pokemon going to be introduced in this game. And
it might be an evolution then. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a dolphin.
That would be so.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Don't get his hopes up like that.
His hopes aren't.
Yeah,
up.
my hopes were already
Right.
dashed with Sun and Moon, since that was a region based on Hawaii, and they didn't have a fucking dolphin Pokemon. Like, what the fuck? It was so easy for them, but they didn't.
They have fucking keys as Pokemon now, but they don't have a dolphin Pokemon.
They have honeycomb. They have literal trash as a Pokemon.
Like all Pokemon
there you
besides
go.
Gen 1.
Muck and Grimer are in Gen 1. They're fucking sludge.
Exactly, but they're not trash. Oh!
What? Where are you rolling off?
There's a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon that are just looking terrible.
Well, good for you, you're wrong.
Looking terrible.
Anyway, moving on, before we go to Q&A, let's talk about Ace in the Gorillas.
That's pretty cool.
I thought you... Okay.
Oh, Ace from freaking... I was like, what the fuck are you talking? And I was like, oh yeah, freaking Powerpuff Girls and Gorillas, yeah.
Yeah.
That's canon.
Murdoch's in jail. They gotta have a new member.
Like, apparently the story is like he was like framed by a cartel or something, and that's why he's in jail.
Yeah, there's like this whole like really in-depth storyline to the Gorillas.
Yeah,
like it's weird. Like someone wrote a whole thing on Tumblr about it, and it's just like following it. I was just like, God, how did I miss all this from music videos? Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah,
you really gotta dig into the wiki on that.
The new music video is pretty neat. It has went back to like 2D animation with them, because they were doing 3D for a while.
I'm glad they switched back.
2D
is freaking weird.
Superior.
I can see Craig McCracken being like, look, you can use my character, but if you make him out of polygons, I will murder you.
Yeah, and there's like a bunch of posters in the music video that says like "Save us from him," and I'm thinking like, are they going to show him in the Gorillas music videos?
That'd be awesome. He could be like, with that blue guy was in Clint Eastwood, like disappearing.
How fucking weird is it that we have a Powerpuff Girls Gorillas shared universe?
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
But which Powerpuff Girls is it? The reboot or the classics?
I said the classic because the Gorillas was mentioned in the movie, like in that newspaper that Mojo Jojo was reading. Like the Gorillas are on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Don't you love how the Gorillas Powerpuff Girls shared universe is still superior to the DC extended universe? like even that. Even that.
You have a freaking blueprint to follow with the Bruce Timm cartoons, but you choose not to. I don't know why. You have a blueprint right there. It gives you anything
I like what was it, like a couple weeks ago, Jax, you linked that old meme from like 2012 when it's like Avengers is the highest grossing movie until a Justice League movie comes out. Yeah, that aged well, didn't it? Whoops.
It was awful.
All right. I guess we can go to Q&A now. So if anybody has any questions, you can ask us on Twitter or with a super chat. And we already have some super chats here, so I'll go in to see what people have posted. So yeah, we have some here from Ryan Walterson with some comments about Momocon, because we did see him at Momocon. Says, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but Pan retweeted the picture I posted of the Dougal DVD I got him to sign, had him retitle it Lord of the Springs. That's great. Says, Ryan Walterson also said, Jim recorded me in his Momocon vlog, giving him a caricature, giving him the caricature of him and Creech I got at a local town artist to draw for him. Yeah,
dude, Jim and Creech, is this gonna be? Do we need to step in?
Like, with Jim and Creech from Monster Trucks?
It's getting really out of hand. He has a wife and a kid.
Yeah.
And then there's this Creech relationship. Understands. But does his wife understand?
Christina here just posted a joke from a super chat. Solo's box office was so low.
I'm gonna tip your chair. I'm gonna tip. It's gonna tip it.
Yeah.
And Ryan Walterson also said, "It's all the princesses visual." Yeah, that's he said that earlier when we were talking about Wreck-It Ralph 2. Thank you for that. Christina says, "Remind me to kink shame you later, Tommy."
Okay, that's fine.
For what?
I don't know. Midriff? Is that weird?
Were we talking about something at the time?
I think we were talking about the cleavage in the cartoons or something.
I mean, I was making it very clear that midriff on Misty is good. So
Yes.
Maybe that. I'll stand by that. I'll fight you on that. Midriff is good shit.
Let's see.
It's a lost art. It's not,
Emperor
doesn't
Tiger
exist
Star.
much anymore.
Emperor Tiger Star asks, remake any show in any other show's art style.
Okay, I got this.
Other show's art style?
Spectacular Spider-Man with Young Justice art style. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty fucking dope. 10 out of 10.
There you go.
I would watch.
That'd be awesome.
What are you giggling about, you fucking bitch? You're thinking about something bad, and I don't like it.
Dude, put Hero Academia and Teen Titans Go.
If it was like one of those shorts, like what they did with, you remember what, like Avatar: The Last Airbender? They had those like chibi shorts with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that. That would be like that.
I'm trying to think of. I have an art style, but I'm trying to think of a show that would work in it. Because the art style I'm thinking of is Samurai Jack. What would work in Samurai Jack's art style?
Are you doing an anime? They said, or
anything,
like just
any cartoon, as far as any series show, right?
Yeah. What's a cartoon that you think would work well in Samurai Jack's art?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah,
that would work really well in Samurai Jack's art too.
I agree. That would be pretty dope.
I can't think. I'll get back to this. I can't really think of anything right now.
David 3.
Actually, I honestly wouldn't mind like Pokemon in aggressive Rescue style. I think that could be cute.
Oh.
That'd be interesting.
Or
would they fight, or would it just be slice of life? Would it be slice of life then?
Yeah, probably slice of life. Yeah, okay. Like that episode.
It'd be about Ash when he's like 28 and his Pokemon quest is over. He never became a Pokemon master because he kept releasing his Pokemon because he's an idiot.
He's a fucking dumbass.
And he never learned typing ever.
Right. So he has to go get a real job. And now he's just like working as like a clerk somewhere in the Pokemart, watching little kids come in and buy the items to be on their Pokemon journey. And he slowly gets more fed up that these little 10-year-olds are still better than he ever was. And he gets progressively more and more angry until he finally breaks down and murders one in the back of the store. And then he's on the run from the police. That's the show.
Did you have this written and ready?
No, but someone should make it. It's great.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
Next question.
I just want it to be a slice of life with some Pokemon in it. No humans. Get the humans out of here.
All right. David 3X asks, if you were an anime character, what will you be? Anime character.
Like an existing one, or just like an idea?
Like if I put my brain in an anime character,
like some kind of
like a trope?
archetype.
I would be a neat, for sure.
I would
probably be a neat too.
I would be
What's a
the
neat?
friend, a guy who never leaves the house and plays video games all the time.
Okay.
So you'd also be
Me? No, I go out all the time.
Hirasashi is a well-adjusted member of society.
I want to be the friend of the guy that the girl gets with. Like, you know how there's like the main couple, and then there's always like the two other characters, the girl, the friend of the girl, and the friend of the guy. I want to be the friend of the guy who like always makes like funny comments and like does this against like walls and whatnot, but like always gets ignored. That's the character I want to be. Just the sidekick guy.
I want to stay out of the spotlight, but get the last laugh all the time.
Right.
And I'd be the guy who trained. There you go. That's
I mean, that guy usually gets like a girl in like the last episode because like the anime pitied him enough or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we have a couple more from Ryan Walterson here. Did you meet anyone else at Momocon? I got to meet ProZD, Brendel Floss, Carrie Walgren, Some Call Me Johnny, and Simpsons writer Mike Race.
Does Brendel Floss still exist?
Yeah, he was at Momocon.
My God.
Yeah.
I just met like not any well-known people, but like I met like 4 friends.
Those people don't count. Those aren't even real people.
Oh, those aren't real people.
No.
I met the mascot for Wendy's.
Those are like
Mascot for Wendy's, yeah.
Those are peasants.
Yeah.
Pawns.
Disgusting.
Famous people.
They exist. They exist to be patrons and nothing more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I met somebody that I didn't know was going to be there. He's like actually an artist that I used to follow on Newgrounds. It's like RTIL.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, it's you!
And he's like,
say
holy
that to
shit,
his face?
who are you?
Yeah.
That's
Because like I
dope.
saw his card and I was like, holy shit, I know you.
Oh, some guy from Newgrounds. That guy from Newgrounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I just met the mascot for Wendy's. I'm sorry, Katie, if you see this. Okay, that's what.
Ryan Walterson also asks, favorite Ron Howard movie? Well, it wasn't Solo.
Osmosis Jones.
Did he make that?
Yeah, he did.
I don't even know. How Howard is.
He directed Solo.
He did.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I know
Osmosis Jones is disgusting.
I know there's a
I know it
movie
really
that
is disgusting. That's why I said it. The whole scene with the pimple makes me throw up every time.
Oh God.
Can't watch
That
it.
was the first thing I thought of when you said it. I'm just like, I hope.
Yeah, I was just like, oh God.
Probably Apollo 13, I guess, out of all of these.
Oh yeah, he did direct that. Because I'm looking up the.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa! Donald Trump's The Art of the Deal, the movie.
What?
It's on his filmography.
What as like actor or producer or what?
I think he's an actor in it. That's a
What the
real
heck?
movie? I want to watch this. This came out in
No, you don't.
2016.
No, you don't.
The year of our God Emperor. It happened.
Oh my God.
Please don't say God Emperor.
Dude, that's just.
Oh yeah, Ron Howard did the live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
All right, we need to go director. We gotta see what this guy's up to. Oh my God. He's like made a fuck.
You know
ton of
the
shit.
live action The Grinch Stole Christmas? It's not a good movie at all, but it's one of those things that if it's on, I watch it and I'll laugh at just stupid jokes like that whole thing.
Yeah.
When like Max, get my cloak. Hey, here's some scissors. Go run with them real fast. Go run with them real fast. Just like that. So fucked up.
Yeah. He also did recently. He did In the Heart of the Sea, which is that movie about the true story
Moby
of
Dick.
The Essex, which was the ship that got destroyed by a sperm whale.
Moby Dick.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm just gonna
the
have to
true
say
story
Apollo
that Moby
13.
Dick was based on.
Mm-hmm. Apollo 13.
I'm gonna have to say Apollo 13 because I've never seen any of these other movies.
You saw Solo, right?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, Apollo can probably better anyway.
Enigma Prince asks, my 25th birthday is going to be next week during E3, so can I get a special POS birthday song and advice from all of you?
A birthday song?
1 year. Yes, I got one. I remember this one. This is your birthday song. What's his name?
Enigma Prince. He's one of the mods.
Enigma Prince. Okay. Yo, Enigma, you're 1 year older. You're 1 year wiser. Rock and roll star, King Czar, and a Kaiser. Room full of friends, mouth full of cake. Every present is for you, and it feels pretty great. You're the man of the hour, the VIP, but the first slice of the PIE. But first, blow out the candles and make a wish. Put a smile on, because it's your birthday, bitch. Happy birthday, boy. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Sick.
All right. So, advice from all of us.
Advice for what? Take care of your joints. All right. When you get old, your joints are like the most important thing. I have fucking elbow tendinosis. You know what that means? That means my this tendon right here is rotting because I fucked it up. So you have to take care of it. All right. Take care of your joints. Eat your vitamins. They're good for you. Eat green vegetables every day. Floss your teeth. I don't care what anyone says. Flossing your teeth is important. All right.
Make sure you take care of your vitamins. Eat your joints.
Yes, exactly. Eat your joints.
Everything you say is what I don't do.
Yes, you need to do all of this. And you'll feel better.
Save your money.
My advice is that you 25. You said
yeah, 25.
He's a quarter of a century.
Okay, 25. You're halfway through your 20s. If you have some shit that you want to do and you're putting off because you feel like you have time, you don't have time.
Yeah, do it now. Do it now.
Now, come on, do it.
I'm gonna turn 30, and I feel like a loser.
Yeah.
All the shit I keep saying I'm gonna do, I didn't. So don't be me. Get whatever you want to do, whatever you feel like you're going to do someday. That day is today, my friend. Get going. Because when you turn 30 and you have shit under your belt, you're gonna feel so much better. When you turn 30, you have a bunch of unfinished shit around your belt that you took off because you didn't feel like getting dressed for the day. That's me. Don't be that.
Drink a gallon of water every single day. Because that's good for the body and your joints and good for your skin and keep you looking youthful. Also get 8 hours of sleep every day. I don't care what it is, that's going to make your body. Because if you don't get enough sleep, you can't recover properly and your body will not regenerate to adequate amount to make you into the better person you need to be. So do that as well. I'm just looking at all the health aspects that you need to take care of because I want you to be healthy and strong. And don't end up like me with all my injuries and I'm just like, oh, I can't fucking curl. Oh, shit. Yeah. Don't do it.
My advice, I guess, is I don't like the.
You have a home.
I do. That's not advice.
Having shelter seems
advice on how to get a home.
Yes, good advice.
No, it's just, the world's gonna be shitty to you every once in a while. It's just a kind of a part of life. Don't be afraid to get knocked on your ass, then get back up. You have to get back up because you're gonna get knocked on your ass. Like, just be strong because the world's gonna throw some shit at you.
Oh, exactly. And the most important thing, definitely to keep in mind, don't get your hopes up too high for E3. You know everything's gonna be bullshit.
Yeah. Since he did mention E3, so yeah. Okay. Emperor Tiger Star has another super chat here. Tommy's Pokemon idea is Dorkly's Pokemon Rusty 3.0. What is that?
Is that a fan game
Dorkly's
or a
Pokemon Rusty
ROM
3.0?
Oh yeah, Dorkly. Dorkly does the comics.
Like a pony ROM hack of Pokemon Red that I played. It was a different time. All
right, we have a couple more from Ryan Walterson here. Thank you so much for the super chats, Ryan. Donald Trump's The Art of the Deal, the movie, is a funny or die movie featuring Johnny Depp as Trump. It's actually pretty funny.
Really? Whoa!
What?
Really?
Johnny Depp?
That's.
How did we miss this?
I don't know. I had never heard of it.
How has this not been memed into oblivion?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, and then Ryan also asks, favorite puppet TV shows not made by the Jim Henson Company. Mine might be Alf. Not made by the Jim Henson Company? That's like all of them.
So like Cousin Skeeter.
Because the one I was thinking of was Dinosaurs, but that's from the Jim Henson Company.
Yeah. You know how it does. Oh, someone can be like the freaking outcast and say Mr. Meaty.
Well, what about puppet animation? Yeah.
What?
Puppet animation.
I don't know.
Remember that show on Comedy Central, Crank Callers?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, with the puppets. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'll say that one.
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
There's not enough puppets in the world.
Cousin Skeeter, duh. It was a 90s Nick show. And fun fact, what's funny about that show is there was a porn star who used to star in that show.
Why are you so interested in that fact?
Because it's so funny, because I knew that actress for many years and just realized that was her on the show.
Is Eureka's Castle Jim Henson? It's not. Eureka's Castle. There you go. Bam.
All right. Let's go on to Twitter here. Get some Twitter questions.
I have a quick Twitter question to get out here. What are your thoughts? Someone asking me. John Bartosiak, I hope I pronounced that correctly, said, "What are your thoughts on the fan service in the high school DxD?"
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen that.
Well, there are some boobs. There are lots of boobs.
Akeno is bae. Akeno is the #1 bae in that show.
This guy.
Yes, Akeno is my girl. I love her.
I think it's fine in that show because that show like kind of revolves around it. In shows that are less revolved around fan service gets in the way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, these motherfuckers, ignore them.
Digital Rose asked on me on the Twitters thoughts on Devil May Cry 5 apparently being a thing for E3. Don't let me down again. I've put that so far out of my mind from ever happening.
Okay. So real talk, you can have your hopes up and have them crushed because I'm going to too, because I have long stopped thinking that F-Zero is going to be made. It's been 14 years since the last one. I was like, I give up. They don't care. But now there's a rumor, and a really good rumor, that it's going to be.
Yeah, because it's from this document that was like posted. But anybody can post. Anybody can post a piece of paper.
Boy advice about not getting hyped for.
Yeah, because anybody can post a piece of paper, but this piece of paper, like stuff has come true on it. Like with
listen to how fucking sad we are. Anyone can post a piece of paper, but this piece of paper, something came true. So maybe that piece of paper is an actual piece of paper and not a fake piece of paper. That's what we've been
like 3 things from that piece of paper came true. So it's like maybe it's real.
It's true. The 3 things were the sun rose tomorrow, and you've got hungry today, and Tuesday's coming up in a few days, but they all happened.
Tuesday's tomorrow.
See, there you go. But yeah, no, the thing is, like, they had Dante as like a character in like Monster Hunter for some reason, and it looked really cool. So like, it exists. I'm like, no, I don't want to think about this. It doesn't mean anything. It just means they're trying to milk people like me.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne's a real good game though.
I remember I wanted to buy it just because of that. I had no idea anything about the game, but I saw that. I'm like, I like Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Maybe I'll play this game.
Shin Megami Tensei is like actually a really good RPG because you have to use debuffs. Like they put them in the game and you have to use them. If you don't use defense down and like attack up, you're gonna die. Like it's a really well designed RPG.
It sounds like work.
David,
I played Devil May Cry to be all offense all the time.
All right, David 3X asks on a super chat, do you like tsundere anime? And if so, name one.
Yes, Toradora.
Oh yeah, I do love that. I don't really like tsundere as a archetype, but it can be done well.
It can be done well. And Mia Kugamiya is like the queen of. Tsundere voice actress.
What is he getting?
I love Toradora. It's my favorite. Headphones out, but it's my favorite.
Do you have a palm top Palm Top Tiger.
A what?
That's wonderful. That's Tiger's nickname is the Palm Top Tiger.
Oh.
And he has a tiger that can fit in his palm right there.
Oh my god.
I made it happen. Legend.
You have the true Palm Top Tiger.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right. Well, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
You like Kagami, right? From
Have you
Lucky
not
Star?
seen Toradora?
Kagami, yeah, I love Kagami from Lucky Star. She's my
There you
favorite.
go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, I like
There you go.
She's not my favorite out of Lucky
Hey,
Star.
have you seriously
She's my
not seen
favorite.
Toradora?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh my god!
It's a pretty fucking good anime, guy.
They have this really intense
I've already
makeout
have like
scene.
a billion anime I need to watch.
Tom, I've been telling you though to watch Sakura-san no Petto Nakanojo for years because it's going to shatter you.
But how am I supposed to remember that? All I heard was
Is there
that's
an
what I
English name?
heard. I can't Google that.
Tom, have you finished Made in Abyss yet?
No.
Oh.
But in my defense, Hiro told me watch Toradora, and then like 2 weeks later I did, and my life was forever changed. What's your excuse?
Oh, did I tell you to watch Toradora? Really?
You did. You gave me a big list of romance anime to watch, and that.
Oh.
Oh, you know what?
That and Achikochi were at the top of the list. So
Oh, yeah, Achikochi is great. I wish that show would get dubbed for real. Whatever. I mean, I do like the sub just fine. But
All right.
Achikochi's
I like
great.
the star.
Move on to more Twitter questions. Here's a question from Deli18. It says, have any of you played any of the WarioWare games? I have, and I do like them a lot.
They are a fun.
They're crazy and
They are
ridiculous,
fun.
and I love them.
Are any of them two-player, like at all? Any of them?
Yeah, some more.
The Smooth Moves.
Yeah, I think Smooth Moves is,
maybe?
and I like.
Okay.
There's like a GameCube version of the Game Boy Advance game where it's like a 4-player thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This
Here's
is just
one.
make Mario Party except for with WarioWare. That's what they should do.
Yeah, that'd be
For
great.
Here's the thing. Here's a question I just got.
Go ahead.
For the POS podcast, what anime would you like to see made into a successful American live-action movie the most? And no, Hero, we all know you're going to say My Hero Academia. What is your second pick?
Wow. Calling me out. Made into an American live action.
Yeah.
Live action.
One Punch
Ooh.
Man.
Yeah, One Punch Man would be easy to do. But it's like pretty much just shave a guy's head, put him in there, and then just boom. Because to me, the thing with like live action anime is just like, one of the biggest issues I have is the hair. With like Dragon Ball, like if you try to make a live action Dragon Ball, it's just like it's not the planet blowing fleece, it's the hair. Like that's the thing. I'm just like, I don't see it happening at all. Yeah.
They did make the DragonAll movie.
I know. Don't remind me of that. dirty
Well,
stuck-up
do you think
sadistic-
Trigun could work?
Yeah.
I mean, it can,
The,
but
the
it's
comedy,
like,
the
because
comedy bits would be a little weird, I would think. But when it gets more serious, I think it could very much so work. Yeah.
I'm thinking
Honestly,
of a bunch of
Tension
like
had a
90s
good
stuff.
Japanese
An American-
live-action adaptation.
an American live action version done well of like Full Metal Alchemist, if they are competent, could work, because it's just like, okay, that's like manageable. But it's just like, besides that freaking live action BS they have.
Could you imagine American live action Lucky Star?
Beautiful. They just be watching Seinfeld.
Seinfeld, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just Seinfeld, but with girls.
But with girls.
Eh.
With
Someone should
Lucky,
do that. They
Samantha,
should
Chloe.
dub Lucky Star with Seinfeld dialogue.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
What is the deal with these little things? Do you eat it at the top or the bottom?
Don't you dare question my Choco Cornets. Anyways, I think, some action thing. I don't know. I think Clannad could work, honestly.
That's the
But there's some things in Clannad that would not fly in the US. Like, we just would not. We can't air that here.
Higurashi.
We extra can't air that here. You can't.
we
kill
already have
children
like
in the US.
friggin' horror movies. We can do it.
Do we kill children in horror movies?
Yeah, we do several times. Did you see? Oh yeah, you didn't see It. Like
No.
one got like ripped the fuck up at the beginning. Like,
But how old are the kids in Higurashi? They're like 12, right?
the kid in It was like 8.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
got
see.
ripped
Okay,
up.
okay.
Yeah.
yeah, we can kill children. There we go.
It's about time.
Quoted from the POS podcast. We can kill children.
You can kill children. Alias
Quoted from Paleo. I don't want anything to do with that. Thank you.
Adele18 also asked, what's an anime that comes to mind when you first hear the word anime?
Naruto.
Dragon Ball Z.
When I first hear, I usually think like something like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop, Trigon, Gundam Wing, G Gundam,
anything from
Outlaw
the 90s.
Star, everything that was on Toonami and Adults.
Exactly.
Sailor Moon.
I didn't watch Sailor Moon.
I
I watched
Hakusho.
back in the day. I watched one episode of Sailor Moon, and they fought tires with faces on them, and I pissed out immediately. I was like, I'm done.
Sailor Moon's awesome. Well, it was awesome. It is not actually that good. Like, if you go back and watch it, like,
Well, Sailor Moon is one of those. It's one of those shows with a nostalgia. If you grew up watching it and enjoying it, then it's just like, okay, I can enjoy this with nostalgia. It's like the Digimon dub. Okay, it's like by Fox Kids, right? They're saying like really corny shit, but it's like I'm enjoying this for what it is. Like that's why I always say with the Toonami dub of Dragon Ball Z, where Goku's a fucking superhero. I don't give a fuck about Goku. Oh, I'm just a kid who's a grown ass man who should know better and shit like that. But it's just like, it's one of those things.
Nathaniel asks, what did you think of my cosplay? He was the guy that was dressed up as Nostalgia Critic at Momocon.
oh,
that was him.
He was like, oh yeah, he actually showed up. Nostalgia Critic showed up to Momocon because like he was originally announced as a guest, for Channel Awesome before like the whole Channel Awesome debacle happened.
Oh,
you know, did you notice that they've like just completely ignored that and they're completely leveling out and stabilizing now?
What the channel?
Yeah, Channel Awesome.
I saw that. Yeah, they're completely ignoring it because they're just posting new Nostalgia Critics.
Yeah, you know what's weird about it? Like, I forget who I heard this from. Some comedian on the radio, but he was talking about how like we live in a world where like it's just like, oh, we don't like this person. This is online, and it's just like, oh, just wait a couple days. They'll hate someone else in a few days, and then you blow over and stuff like that. It's just like, there you go. So that's what happened with him.
Do nothing.
Yeah, it really is.
You
like,
can outlast
really,
these people very easily.
Yeah,
you know,
they ignored it, and then they're just like, okay, Nostalgia Critic's back to what he did.
All right, I have a couple of older questions here that were from earlier. Jason asks, "What's your favorite Pokemon from the Pokemon Gold and Silver Space World demo that was leaked?" Mine is Baby Meowth.
What?
Yeah, there was a leaked beta.
You haven't seen this, dude? It's fucking dope.
Yeah, there was a leaked beta of Pokemon
Gold
Gold and Silver, and it has like a bunch of Pokemon that just didn't make the cut.
Oh, is that the one that double-headed giraffe rig thing is coming from?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked the two-headed like ghost thing. That was my favorite one.
Can you send me a picture?
Yeah, let me see if I can find. Let's see.
Just search Gold and Silver Space World. It should pop up.
I won't like it because it's not Gen 1. So,
Dude,
Johto's best gen.
Why? Okay, no. Here's what I what? Here's what I got when I looked up Gold and Silver Space World.
Oh,
let me
has Google not caught up with what's happened in the last like week?
These are my first results in shopping.
What the hell? So yeah, here's like the actual thing with all the
I'm assuming
I'm not looking at all of that. Like, that's a lot. These are real Pokemon. What?
Yeah, these aren't the ones.
Oh wait,
these are real Pokemon. You fucking dummy. Hold on.
Wait, no, like look at the bottom. There's some at the
bottom
bottom that are not real.
Well,
yeah, because like the first like half of it is
wait,
is real.
Did Espeon and Umbreon came out in Gold and Silver? Really?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, they were
for some reason I thought that was Gen 3. Okay.
No, because remember they had the day and night cycle. That's how you got them.
I just don't remember. Okay.
Yeah, those two starters that aren't Chikorita are very interesting looking. I like the water starter. It's kind of weird. It turns into like this weird plesiosaur thing.
Chikorita? Where are we?
Yeah, it's like near the middle somewhere because you see Chikorita there,
God.
and then you see like this weird fire mouse thing that kind of looks like Pikachu.
Yes, there it is. Okay.
Paleo, you're a Pokemon boy. You would appreciate this. Like I thought that was interesting about these leaks, and this maybe I'm like behind the times, so I don't pay attention to Pokemon anymore. But I thought the original designs for the legendary dogs like conclusively confirms that they were dogs. Like there was like
all of them look like dogs here
in this version. Yeah, because there's like they're cats, they're dogs, they're fucking gerbils, whatever the fuck. But like no, they were definitely dogs. Like confirmed.
Yeah. Because like that's because the whole story between with those is that they died in like this fire of this big building, and there were like 3 dogs that died there, and then they became like legendary. Like Ho-Oh saved them or something. It's a weird origin for them.
I gotta be 100% real. All these ones that don't exist look better than a lot of the new ones they're making. So why not just use some of these?
Because they're dumb.
I do want the baby Meowth. I like a level of baby Meowth.
I just cannot believe they made literally a trash can. Like what? Like,
not a trash can. It's a trash bag.
Oh my god.
That's so much better, Paleo. Thanks. You know what? You know what really would have made me just laugh my ass off into infinity? Like we're scrolling through this list, like, oh hey, look, Paleo, there's a dolphin.
Yeah, I would be pissed.
Oh, that would be so funny. Oh god, that would
nose pass and Probo pass. Why the hell are those things?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Easter Island head thing.
Mistakes were made. Mistakes.
Like, look at these cooler Pokemon in here.
All right.
Look at this little like 4 from the bottom and 1 from the left. It's like electric cat leaping at you or something. Thing's cool.
All right.
I like there's a fucking
the one next to it with his
this is the interesting one is they have you know how Slowbro evolves by being bitten by a Shelder and it turns into something?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a side
they have that actual Shelder evolution as a Pokemon here. Just by itself. They should have made that. That makes so much fucking sense.
Yeah, because they had like a few Pokemon in Gen 2 where it's like, oh, this is an alternate evolution for this Pokemon.
Right.
So
like
that would have been neat.
Bellsprout one in here too.
Yeah.
Some cool shit, and they fucking cut it.
I literally forgot Tangela was a Pokemon. Oh my god. I just haven't thought about Tangela in years! Oh my god.
I love the design here for Heracross. I think the beta Heracross is so much more legit than the actual Heracross we ended up getting. He just looks meaner and doper. But I think the problem is he looks too much like Pinsir. That's probably why they changed his design.
Yeah. All right. I have a couple more questions here, and then we'll probably head off. Let's see. Bobson has thanks for answering my question. What is your favorite Martin Scorsese movie?
How do you spell that? Martin Scorsese?
Scorsese. Martin Scorsese.
Martin Squirt Bottle?
Okay.
Probably
Got it.
say Goodfellas. Goodfellas is really good.
Every time people ask these kind of questions, I just realize how much I don't
know.
Yeah.
Like
I really only started watching a lot of movies around like 2014.
Taxi Driver's a good movie. I think that's the only one here I've seen though.
Shark Tale. There we go.
Let's see here. Oh, Shutter Island. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
definitely
he directed that. Yeah.
Okay, definitely that.
Okay. Ozzyall asks, "Are you?"
I've seen literally none of these. Just.
Ozzyall asks, "Are you excited about How to Train Your Dragon 3 and the Lego 2 movie teasers coming out this weekend?"
I don't want to say it.
You don't want to say what?
I hate teasers. I just want to watch the movie. Please.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, there was like a point. There was a point in time where the internet wasn't like as like, here's all the information about the shit as it is now. So I could just like just go into a movie theater and be like, oh, this is all new, brand new. This is great. Like I can't do it anymore. Which is why I'm gonna be really sad if Zootopia 2 gets made, because I'm just gonna see so much information. And it's like, well, because I do really love that movie. That'd be a cool movie to have, but whatever.
All right.
I didn't mean to be a downer. Are you looking forward to that?
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to what the trailer's gonna do, or the teasers, because those are both movies I'm looking forward to next year.
I'm afraid to watch the How to Train Your Dragon teaser because they spoiled How to Train Your Dragon 2.
They did?
They did.
I can't remember what the teaser. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the thing. I remember that.
I don't want to watch it.
Is this like big? Was it the big thing?
The big, yeah, it was the big.
Not the big thing. Not the
big thing, but the second to big thing.
The second big thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Let's see.
That's why I haven't watched any of the Incredibles trailers. I have none.
Right, I've ignored all of them.
I've avoided all of those. Like, it sucks when I was in Infinity War. I was like, doing that to myself because like.
Here's an interesting question. Because like I actually have something related to say to it. Delay 18s. Opinions on YouTube's treatment on Pride Month by playing anti-LGBT ads and whatnot.
What?
I actually got one when I was watching an ASMR video to try to get to sleep. Like I saw one of those ads. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
How's it anti? Like, what is this?
Yeah, it was it was this like woman talking about how like she didn't want to like make this floral arrangement for a gay wedding or whatever, and about like how like she would like. was like went with this lawyer or something. It was like this firm like advertising it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I'm legitimately surprised that it got past like Google like filters. Like you'd think they would shut that down before it even started.
Google. There's a lot of ads
like
that Google's made.
But like Google's like the most progressive company right now. Like they're on that bandwagon hardcore. But I mean, I didn't know because I have ad blocks, so I haven't seen an ad on YouTube in years.
Yeah, it's because since I was watching it on my phone, like that's why I got ads.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I? I don't want to act like I'm the pioneer of this movement, if you can even begin to call it that. But like legitimately, I remember it was like 3 or 4 years ago when I was like, I don't want to see trailers, and like. I felt like everyone was like, oh, it's not spoilers, it's the trailer. They released the trailer. Those aren't spoilers. And now, like, I swear there's so many people that are like, I don't want to watch spoilers or I don't want to watch trailers because
trailers are getting worse. You wouldn't know because you don't watch them.
I guess so. I guess that's it. Are they just getting like more spoilery or something?
They're basically like they're slowly realizing that like people are cattle. And they will just go see the thing that they want to see. So if they show them the coolest, shiniest, biggest, specialistest thing in the trailer, they'll be like, I want to go see the big shiny thing. And then they'll pay the money because they're too retarded to understand like how movies works. They're just like, I want to see Iron Man punch the guy.
But see, like, no, I was agreeing with what Tom was saying. I'll let you finish here, Sashi. Because like for me, like the first time I ever did listen, because I was listening to Hero about it, like, oh, I don't watch trailers. Like if I really want to see something, I don't want it. And I was like, huh, you're right. Because like I think what was it, Spider-Man Homecoming? They like spoiled a lot of that movie in the trailers, and I was just like, okay, that it kind of took away from me. So like when the Infinity War teaser trailer came out, that's a phenomenal trailer. The teaser trailer for Infinity War is just like. It just shows you this is what's happening.
Because I didn't watch like any trailers like after that for Infinity
exactly.
War,
Same I was
like,
I don't like avoiding them.
Else.
I just like covered my eyes and ears and left the theater and stuff like that. But like I completely agree. Like I've been doing the same thing with the Incredibles stuff. Like I don't know what's happening in that movie. I want to know. I want to go into it fresh and be like, all right, what happened? What goes on here? But like you can finish what you were saying, Hero. I was just.
No, there wasn't really anything I was saying. No, it's just like. That's weird. If they spoil so much, why? I guess it's kind of what Tom said. No,
it sucks because it's just like what Tom said with the biggest part. Like I'm going to show you the biggest part. It's like as long as they're not as long as the mainstream doesn't get as bad as what they did with the Terminator franchise, because Terminator franchise post 3, they just spoil the fucking movie in the like trailer. Like, in Terminator. What was it like the 4th
Genesis?
one with like Christian Bale?
Not Salvation.
Not Genesis. Yeah, Salvation, where it's just like they completely tell you in the trailer that spoilers for people if you're ever going to watch this movie. It came out in 2009.
You don't need to.
Like, it's just like, it's like they fucking show you that this guy who you're following through the movie is actually a Terminator himself. Now, that would have been like a colossal turning point in like if you just saw it in the movie. And it's just like, why the hell did you show us that? And then like in the new Genesis trailer, they show you like, oh, this guy is actually, the son is actually a Terminator himself. And it's just like, why are you showing me this? All right,
that would have been a twist, but you're just fucking showing the twist? What the fuck?
So now you just watch the entire movie like, I know the tension is resolved. None of this matters. I know I'm supposed to be eating popcorn and drinking soda and going, but I'm sorry, I have neurons firing in my brain, gray matter. I can't just do this. You've ruined everything. And then all of a sudden, like, they fire, like, at once. You're like, why did I go see a Terminator movie? Just get up and walk out.
There's so much information on the animated movies I want to see, like, soon. There's so much... I don't know. I feel like there's so much Wreck-It Ralph information. I'm like, stop!
Hero, this is what you have to do. You just have to complete the cycle of normalcy and just get off the internet.
Get off the internet.
You're gone. You have a house. You have a job. You have whatever it is people with houses and jobs do when they're not at their job. I don't know. Yeah, whatever that is.
What the?
What are you doing?
Oh.
I don't know. My thing just fell over.
Getting a little intimate here at the end of the show.
All right. Yeah, I think it's time to end the show. We've been going on for a couple hours. Okay, everybody ready to stop?
Yeah.
So let's see. When is the next one? The next one's going to be on the 18th. So in 2 weeks from now. So June 18th. That'll be after everything at E3 happens. So we'll talk about that.
Oh, one thing before we go. I just got a Nintendo Switch. If they announce a Switch revision at E3, I will literally go. I will sit down with the Ouija board. I will summon the ghost of Iwata and give him a stern talking to.
There's no way in the
It's only been a
they're
year.
announcing one.
It's only been
no
a
way
year.
in the
Maybe
world.
next year, but not this year.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. Okay.
Yeah.
They
You know what? I'll still
much
get
of-
salty, even if they do like a spec bump. They're like, no, it has 64 gigs of internal storage. I'll be like, literally kill yourself, Nintendo. Literally kill yourself.
Like they would, it would be such a problem for like their loyal fans who bought the Switch like on release, like on the release.
I mean, how
year.
long was it
It'd be
before they
such a
released the
disservice.
DS Lite? It was only a year before they released the DS Lite.
Was it?
Yeah,
Was it? Hold on, let me look it up.
I think it was less than a year.
Huh.
It came out in like May, right? And like
Also, that's I don't want to suck Nintendo's dick, but I feel like it's a little different for a handheld. I don't know.
but this is a handheld.
No, it's a console. It's a
DS
hybrid.
Lite. No, it came out 2 years after.
Okay, they
Yeah.
better not fuck this up.
Because the original DS
They-
came out in
they-
2004. The DS Lite came out in
Nintendo-
2006.
I don't think Nintendo's a gigantic idiot. I don't think they would like just be like screw all of the loyal fans.
I don't even want them to do they don't even need to upgrade the internal storage. Just upgrade the cards to hold 64 or 128 gigs
They
of
do
storage.
have those cards. It's just that developers don't want to buy them.
They can get fucked.
Like the reason Capcom is like splitting up the Mega Man Legacy Collection is like, oh, we don't want to play that much for a bigger card, so we're gonna have you download half the game. Is like, what the fuck? Just buy a bigger card. It's
How
like,
much extra money is that going to be? Like 5 cents per unit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Something like
think
that.
what Nintendo
And
needs
the Mega
to do
Man
is
games
like,
aren't even that big.
Nintendo needs to discontinue the 32 gig cards and go straight to 64 and be like, get fucked. Get fucked.
Is the 3DS dead yet? Are we done with that thing yet?
They said they're still keeping it alive for another like 2 years, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a couple of games coming out in 2019.
Boy, don't do it. No more. Stop.
I'm so glad I didn't buy a new 2DS XL for Metroid. Man,
Is that even a thing? It probably is. I don't know.
It is.
But yeah, it is.
It is. That's real.
Is there a new 3DS yet? Like a
No,
double
no.
new?
Can you even
I'm sure-
call the 3DS new at this point? It feels like such an insult. The new 10-year-old hardware. Like,
All right. So yeah, next time we'll talk about E3 stuff. And let's see, what is there a movie coming out?
The Incredibles.
Incredibles, yeah,
Incredibles
Incredibles
2.
2. Yeah, Incredibles 2 comes out. So
is it really
we'll-
coming out? I haven't paid
Yeah.
attention to that at all.
Comes out on the 15th. I
Yeah,
believe?
so next Friday? Yeah, next Friday.
It'll be the Friday before the show, right?
Yeah, the Friday before
Yep.
the show. Yeah.
We'll have our hot takes ready.
Yeah. All right.
How does one
Bad
get a
it
hot
was.
take? It's gonna be a masterpiece, and you know it. Get out of here.
It's gonna be feminist propaganda. We're all fucked.
You're probably right. But alright.
All right. Anybody have to just say something about just plugging or whatever? Maybe.
Patreon.com/polystation2. Give me your money because I don't get the super chat money. So do that.
Yeah,
Yes, what Tom said.
Yeah.
Also, yes, Go buy Project Deku. I made my own, all my aim to pass the American Dream Plan in real life with schedules, meal plans, and all that does to make you super. Just saying, even though this is just gonna make you a superhero, all you gotta do is go to my channel and click the link on my most recent video, and you can see it and get it. It'll actually my Zoro video, that's where it is. And yeah, it'll make you nice and strong, get you nice ripped abs, and make you just feel like a hero in your own world. All right, there you go.
All right.
I don't do internet stuff.
Okay.
Well, fuck you, lazy.
Wow.
We all do our like our fucking that hero's just like, I'm having a barbecue this weekend.
I'm not cool enough to have like a pitch or anything. Like I don't know.
All right.
Eat an apple. I don't know.
Yeah.
Internet, pressure Hirasashi to make music again.
Hey, I made a song in October last year.
Hashtag make Hirasashi great again.
Again, good one.
All right. All right. This outro's going too long, so bye everybody.
Bye. Plus Ultra.